Hello all and welcome to my review for the newly released Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime. Now, this video, there's other videos that can show you everything it comes with and in great detail. I'll do a bit of that. What I like to do most is more talk about the value of this toy, because that's the main issue that this toy has. While nobody denies that it's great, is it really worth Commander Class price? And honestly, I think it's really just an issue with the labeling. Because yeah, Commander Class, you're expecting something really big, and he's kind of small. I mean, just to show you an example, this is him compared to MP10 and a previous Leader Class toy. That's the that was from Titan's Returns, all Optimus Primes. The reason I'm bringing those up is because to show the different values. So for example, MP10 at the time was about $100 USD, while this is $80 USD. They both come with trailers, so that's why I didn't show them. I mean, it kind of cancels out, so you get to see what it is. And this was, I believe, $50 USD, or around that. Now, we'll do a quick comparison between him and him. I see it. I mean, well, just between MP10 and this guy, this does feel half the toy. I mean, even though you're not getting a trailer at all. I mean, you're not even getting a trailer with this. I mean, that's basically he transforms into the cab and trailer altogether. It feels very cheap. There's not great articulation, and you can see all the panels are like stuck together. So it's very much a toy. There's not the collector aspect isn't really there. Obviously, I collected them. I'm a collector, but in terms of quality collector toy, this ain't it, and that's fine. It's half the price of this, so I'm expecting it to not to feel a lot cheaper, and that's what it is. So that's fine. I'm gonna put them to the side. Now, between these two, yes, much smaller. However, I will say this: he is $20 cheaper than MP10 was at the time, and that's a while back, so you can use inflation, all that. I'll say that in terms of complexity, this toy is twice as complex as that toy. That's not an exaggeration. It's odd because that this was such an elegant transformation with the torso and all that, and I was wondering how come this is way more complex what they achieve, and we can see it here. If you look at the cartoon, for example, of Optimus Prime in G1, these were his proportions. So he had the really large chest windows, and it was kind of a small abdominal area. While you've got MP10, which, to make it easier for them, I mean, with the proportions, he has the smaller chest windows and a very large abdominal area, which I think looks really good as a toy. It looks great. I'm very happy I have him, but it's not accurate to the cartoon. Another thing, when you look at the legs, MP10, you've got these giant, like the structures that jet from his legs. That's not in the cartoon. The cartoon is very flat, like here. So I think the engineering for the legs, I'm really impressed. It's also very elegant. This toy is actually not that difficult. It's complex, but not difficult. I'm very impressed with how they did it. Because, for example, let's say MPs, like the recent MP Optimus Prime, is extremely complicated, and you're worried about messing it up. This one though feels solid the whole way through, and the transformation is not easy, but you always know the next step you're gonna do, and it's never frustrating. It's very fun, and I'll do it with you later. So anyways, just show you the different proportions. And yes, so for $20 less than that toy was, you get this one with the same kind of accessories that this one has. Yes, shorter, but also double the complexity. So in all that, if you think that $100 for MP10 was a good deal, which I 100% think it is, and if I were to sell them on Marketplace, I'd get a buyer right away, right? If you think that was a good deal for MP10, then it's the same applies to him. Okay, so it's basically just a, this is very much MP engineering, more even so than this MP figure. So that was the main thing. So yes, I do think he's worth the price of admission. Now in terms of scale, because yes, he's smaller because he's supposed to fit with the other classics and generations figures, right? What people may call chug. We'll compare him here with a Scattershot. And yeah, he fits very well. So this is like a typical Voyager size. He's slightly taller. So I think that works very well for Optimus to be the leader of the Autobots. The scale is fine. Very fine. And like I said, it looks a lot better. Oh yeah, the reason why there's a lot of complexity too here is because they want to, and like I'll bring back MP10. MP10 was not just was he not show accurate in terms of proportions, but also in terms of deco. So the deco here, and I mean, you may not like it. Optimus Prime in the G1 cartoon had this big, like, white diaper-looking thing. What it was is because it was supposed to be the silver of the G1 toy, right? This area. However, since they weren't doing silver in as a shorthand, they would just make it white. So it was like the reflection that you'd get. So that's basically what it is. However, now what we're expecting is just the white diaper type of thing, and you get it with this toy. Good. Now, about Optimus here, I will say one thing that not necessarily laid me down, but I just find it odd. So we've got a toy that's supposed to be screen accurate, and he looks at, however, the details that we have here on the legs are not all like the cartoon, and it's not like it adds anything. There's nothing here that you need to have this dent or this indent for the transformation. So I find it odd that when they go through all this trouble, just the sculpted details do not reflect the G1 cartoon. Just an odd little choice. Aside from that, we'll go to the back. And yeah, the main issue is, right, the backpack. So compared to MP10, MP10 has an extremely, great. MP10 has I would say, it struts out as much, but it looks a bit more compact. I don't know, it's up to you. If you prefer just the fact that only a little bit comes out instead of the whole thing coming out, up to you, I guess. I do find elegant that this is just there simply for his gun to store. So I think that's pretty cool. So I do find this more elegant. The reason why there's more here is because you are trying to hide more of the truck to fit for that proportion, because in truck mode, this part there's a lot more to it, while here, there doesn't need much to hide because you've got all that area here to store what you need. Okay, so that was that. Now, one issue with this toy, aside from like I was showing the details, which is nitpicking, but that's what nerds do, is this here. So these heels are reversed. The heel, this line here should be on top, just like we see here, right? We have a line on top, it should be on top, but it's not. This basically should be flip turned upside down, fresh principle there, and put on this side, and same here. So that's an issue, and it is with a pin, so if you want to fix it, you need a pin remover. I don't necessarily mind it. What I mind more, and I don't know if you could tell, maybe not, is that there's like a gap that forms, and it's not uniform. That's the part that ticks me off a bit more. And obviously the fact that I spent $8 USD. In this case, I spent I'm in Canada. I spent 135 Canadian, and I get a toy that is like clearly has an issue. So that's not fun, but it's not a deal breaker. And if ever I want, I could do the whole thing with the pin, to pop out the pin and put it back if I want. All right, another thing in the back. This is where you could put a stand. Okay. Now, he can do a lot in this mode. There's a lot going on, right? He's got his ion blaster that can fit in his hand. You can also, I'll show you when it comes to transformation, to have his axe here. One thing I do want to show is the matrix chamber. So like with MP10 and many other Optimuses, or Optimi, what's the plural? He does have his matrix. So you open up here, and here it is. What I find cool though, so it's a standard looking matrix that I don't know if it's the same one as before, but it looks very similar. Granted, all the matrices that we've had have been chug scale, so it would make sense that it looks very similar. What I do want to show you is that he's got these really cool, I don't know if you can tell, because there's, with the light, there's these really cool sculpted innards. I find those amazing looking. I'll show you. That's a really cool added detail that I really love. All right, I'm gonna close it up. So, we're gonna get to the transformation. What I'm gonna do, yeah, so I've got his axe, because that's part of the whole thing. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna bring his trailer here. Right, got it. I got Roller carrying it. Now, one thing cute about the trailer and Roller is that Roller can seat Titan Masters. That's really fun. So that's why I had, if you're wondering why I had the Titans Return Leader Optimus Prime figure. That's because I took his Titan Master so he could fit here. All right, there it is. Is it going to clear up there? Nah, whatever. But yeah, they fit fine. I'm going to put it back. I don't know, it was really easy before, but then obviously on camera I have to struggle, which is a pity. But he fit fine the first time. You saw him; he was fine. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to waste more time. But there they go. However, the ones in the back do have to be opposite sides. If you're curious who the other ones are, this is blasters, and that's tidal waves. All right, so I'm going to put a roller here. And yes, roller, rolls, as you might imagine. All right, now, the reason I brought the trailer out, I'm going to bring these pieces out here so I can open it up, is because inside, what does that have? Is accessories. So I have the Iron Blaster. These are the effect parts that can go on it. As you can tell, they are twisted, which is too bad. You can obviously fix it if you just put it in boiling water. I will do that later. And you have his axe, which is what I wanted. So I'm going to take the axe. All right. Now, the first thing you can do in the transformation, if you don't have his fists done, you can do so like this. And yes, he's got all the joints as fingers. So you've got to get it in this kind of position if you're going to transform it. Good. Now, first thing you do is you're going to open this up. And you're going to turn it like so and close it up. I'm doing that first because I can demonstrate to you how to use the axe. Just plug it in. And here you go. Axe. Good. That's done. Now, same on the other side. We're going to do so like this so we can clear some space. The idea is to clear the chest area here. We're going to unclip this side on top, the backpack, bring this down. Oh yeah, before that, there's this part here that had the stand, the stand hole. You're gonna bring that down and bring this down as well. Now we are going to open this up. No, wait, before we do that, on the side here, you have this piece. We're gonna lift it up on both sides because that's attached to the torso area, right? The pectoral area, and you have to basically move the pectoral area and the waist area the opposite way as the abdominal area. To do so, we're also going to take this here and we're going to open it up. Let's see, can I open it up better? Nah, we're going to keep it like this. Okay, and then everything turns. So the waist area turns first, pretty easy. And we turn the pectoral area. Good. Now it should look like this. What we're going to do next is we're going to put Optimus's head away. So we're going to turn down. Even though the antennas move, I realize there's no need to do anything with the antennas. It's fine. You do have to put a lot of pressure, which is too bad because I always worry, but it's fine. I've done it a few times now. You can put till you hear a click. Great. Everything's like turning. But yeah, it does fit. I was worried too the first time, but it does work. You just have to put a lot of pressure. Oof, this is scary stuff, man. For like when you spend a lot of money. Okay, come on, Optimus. So it does work. There you go. So yes, a lot of pressure. Okay, good. Now you're gonna take this part here, flip it up, and then you're gonna take these bits and not rotate, but like bring them forwards, like so. Okay. And then you can leave it like so. All right? That part's basically done. We're going to keep having the arms out of the way. Now for this bit here, you see that it's missing a piece here. It's under there. So we're simply going to flip it like this and bring it out. And see, fits well. Good. Now, for these parts, you're just going to bring them down. Bring them right back down. And while it looks like there's no point to them, like not necessarily there's no point, I'm saying it wrong, but like they're not hooking onto anything, they do. It's really, really subtle, but I think it's really wonderful. I don't know if you can see it, but there is I don't know if you can, there is a slight circular shape here. And that's where these holes for the hands will actually, where the hands will actually fit. It's very subtle, but you need it. If you didn't have it, none of it will work. It's really funny how this little indent makes all the difference. I find it really cool, and it makes it stay really solid, even though these look like they're just hanging down. All right, now back to here. You're going to flip this part down on both sides. And then this, you're going to, you can turn it this way for now. You have to watch out. These parts do like to detach. So I tend to, because it's like double jointed type of thing, right? So we'll do it like this. Now you see the truck's actually coming together pretty well. So you can bring it up towards it. And now's the part with the hands. So we're gonna take the hands and we're gonna turn them like so. Like I was saying, so look, there's this, like I say, the indent, that circle will fit in no matter what. What you have to do though is that there's this kind of peg hole here, and there's this peg there, and that has to fit together. That's the more important part. And that's what keeps it solid. At the same time, there's a peg up here, and that's to fit inside. So it's this peg. If you're wondering, the peg hole is right here. Then you can just flip this up. Like I said, watch out. These might come off. How if they do not worry. They clip right back on. So here we've got top half of Optimus done. The bottom half, I find the more fun part, because it's got a lot of really cute, neat tricks. Remember, the whole idea is that unlike the MP10, where you can actually see like his waist in either mode, this one they don't want to, especially the fact that it's white, and in the cartoon there's no white in the truck mode, right? It's all been replaced with silver. So what we're going to do here is this. We're going to bring this, fold it like so. All right, typical Optimus fashion. Now, before we do anything with the legs, there's these. I don't know if you see it. It's this piece here. Right? In the instructions, it wasn't very clear, but you have to bring it down, and it's a bit tough. There you go, like so, because there's not much to latch onto. But it's this piece. You do it on both sides, and yes, these will come together. Now, once you have that done, you can actually do the typical Optimus thing with the heels and the toes. And yes, as you can see, because they're not, it's not properly assembled, instead of having, you know, a continuous like outline of blue, you have like just it's not that. Instead, you have that blue clashing with the gray. All right. Before we peg them, what we have to do is we have this piece here, which we undo. And I can get this done. Here you go, like so. And we bring it this way. What's really cool, and it's very subtle, but you have this small detail here, and that's the beginning of the trailer hitch. So I'm going to do it on both sides, and now they can be connected. All right. Once we have that, not much left to do. We are gonna bring this, sorry, I was out of focus. We're gonna bring this part forwards like so. So nothing to detach, it's just you Nothing to unclip either. It's just you flip it down, I guess you could say flip, yeah. And then this part you rotate, or rotate down. And you bring it here. I'm not attaching it yet because I'm going to do so at the end. Same for the other side. Nothing to detach, just bring it like this, turn around, and bring it here. Now, for this part, this flap, all you do is you bring it down and you have these pegs on the side that should plug into the wheel. This should stay straight. All right. Now the last, before last step, sorry. So next thing you do is take these wheels, you flip them. Now the instructions have this as the last step. I don't, because so you just flip them normally. This is the part that I usually do as the last step, because there's like multiple connection points at the same time, and there's some panel massaging. So you just bring them up, and these will go down. So these pegs will peg into these peg holes here, but at the same time, you have this peg that fits into that peg hole right here. And at the same time, remember that what we had here, where this peg hole has to go inside. So it's just many different pegs, many different connections, all at the same time. And what I do is I just hope for the best. No, I'm kidding. I just take it slow, and I check all the connection points and apply some pressure. So see, that's in now. However, this side, you can see it's not perfect. But I think that's going to be good for now. So that's Optimus. And yeah, it looks great. Looks great in truck mode. It's cool. I mean, it's like with MP10, it's just his legs. Like, there is not much going on. This one, there's a bit more going on, because you have this whole panel that has to hide the whole white, right? So instead of collapsing it, you have a bit more going on. So I like that. And you see that the trailer hitch is actually made up of like 4 different parts, all coming together to create that trailer hitch. And speaking of trailer hitch, right? I'll take the trailer. I'll take it back. Put these and show you that it works fine. Wait, did I? Oh no, I totally messed up. It's on the other side. These go like this. And there you go. I think it looks great. I think it looks fan-freaking-tastic. Looks very G1. Very happy with this whole thing. So this being $80 US, is it 80 or 90 USD? I forget. I know it's 135 Canadian. That's what I paid for it. And I think it's perfectly fine. Yes, I'm okay paying Commander Class price. Like I said, I think it's more of a labeling issue. If this, instead of this being called Commander Class, was just super special SS86 Optimus Prime, here's the price, I think nobody would have an issue paying for that amount. Like I said, you're basically paying for MP engineering at the chug scale. And I see the results, I like them. Last little thing if you want to do it. So I'm going to bring this down instead. Here. You can also use that instead if you want. Alright, this part. Just doing it so I can open it up. Yeah, this came off, that's fine. I just want to show you the little effects you can do with this here. So, you know what? Yeah, better. Right? Good. So, you know, typical. This is like the repair bay. And yeah, it's got everything you'd want it to have. It's got the claw that works. And you can even open this up if you want. You know what I think fits here? You know those like micro Star Wars figures? I think that might fit pretty well here. All right, that's what you can do. And then you can, of course, you know, have Optimus sitting here and have him be repaired. All this, the typical things that that you can do, you know, since MP10 and all that. So I'll show you that, yeah, everything's there. And of course, Optimus can, you know, go right in. So a bunch of fun stuff. Anyway, that's my review. Like I said, I think it is very much worth it. Any issue I think there was is more with the labeling of it, calling it Commander Class when it's not the size that you expect with that. But in terms of price, engineering, I think you're getting as much here as you are with MP10. And you get a smaller size, but you do get something more complex. I think that balances off. and you're paying about the same, if not less, than with MP10. So that's my review for it, and I wish you all an excellent day. Bye, guys.